Greetings, fellow Iron Teeth. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to episode 10 of Timberborn, which originally streamed live on Twitch. Can of beavers? Yep. Alright, so if we did want this water, I could add a deep water pump there, and that will be able to allow us to pump it. I can have this as a lower priority build task for now, but I'll raise the priority up as the need for that water increases. Let's unpause another breeding pod, because I did just beaver side. The first known beaver murder ever. Alright, so we have about a week's worth of water left, or drought left, a little over a week. So far, so good. I'm going to pause this lumbering here, because there's only really one tree. It's not all that necessary. I'm going to unpause it over here, because there's plenty of trees, and I'm unpausing the forester as well. And then I want to employ them, so I'm going to force people to stop hauling to fill these other roles, and then unpause the hauling post. You could do that with hauling posts. You can do that with any employment, but I like to do it with the hauling, because hauling is kind of like the last, lowest priority that I care to address. Counts as suicide. He most likely placed it himself. Actually, I don't even think he most likely placed it himself, because I have 8 builders, so there's only a 1 in 8 chance that that's even true. How is this engine spinning with no workers? Oh, I guess it has logs in it. Okay. Alright. I don't know where everyone's getting employed. I'm really confused that I paused my haulers and now I have no haulers. I'm going to fire 2 of my builders. I guess in the morning it will be more clear if this gets employed or not, because I don't have any unemployed right now. Nope. Pause. Unpause. Okay, so now that we have the engines, what I could do is, I don't think... Oh. No, I still need some of these wheels. Sorry, hamster wheel for you. Pun aesthetic. Thank you for the bits. Just popping in to avoid spoilers, but I appreciate it. I look forward to seeing your comments on YouTube once you catch up to this point. You could say, hey, that's me. Or not. It's entirely up to you. Oh, yes. So the grist mill, I think what I'm going to do is, I have a lot of bread right now, so the bakery and the grist mill are going to get paused so that I can save a little bit more power for the gear workshop. Actually, I don't even need the gear workshop. Let's just build explosives. Alright, there we go. Now I'm providing 250 for the 230 required to make explosives from paper. Because we don't really need any of the work orders. And that means I will increase the builder post and fill those jobs up. Yep. Ooh. So I did say I wanted to phase these out. Let me rip these out of the ground and replace them with... I know some of them are fully grown, but replace them with maples. Another thing I could do is to move this depth marker and then connect these platforms together like this so that I can add all of this path to maples as well. It costs a lot, but it might be worth it in the long run. Oh, and we're so close to being done here. This is great. Alright, I think I'm going to start to pump the water up here. I'll get this added. Get that set up. Triple platformed and all. Now, obviously, we can't place maples, not yet at least, not without the irrigation done, but we can't place maples everywhere here, but I'll queue it up anyway and just see where it doesn't get put. There's also a little bit of unutilized space back here. I think, actually, one of the ways to utilize this space would be to blow it up and lower the level of it. So I will set that up as a normal task to sort of... I think the forester might be able to reach out here if it was lower. The second engine isn't connected. Oh, you're right. You're right. The printing press isn't done. Thank you for that. Let me pause that. That's why I wasn't adding additional power. All right, let me get the printing press built, but not running, to have that engine actually do something. Because obviously, burning wood for no reason is good for global warming, but not for beaver kind. So, if that's the case, let me reduce this down to only high so that we can build the printing press and actually power things up. How did the beaver die by explosives? He was standing on it when I went pop. So Fang Face, thanks for that. It was for science. He died for science. So the water level of my rivers are 0.76 and 0.69. Oh, I have that paused. Of course I did. So they're working on that. My pop's down to 36. I don't think I'm going to wait till the end of the drought to open up a third breeding pod. So. Alright, so this printing press is... It needs 4 more metal blocks. So I'm going to unpause the shredder so I can make some more metal blocks, and then I'm going to employ more people on the hamster wheels so that I actually power the shredder up at 52% efficiency, but hey, that's going to be enough. I'll pause the paper mill as well, temporarily. And it also looks like I'm out of planks. So that's one of the reasons why we haven't made any progress here, is I'm plank bingo. So, another thing to work on. For the artificial river, it just has to be 1 tile deeper. So that's exactly what I'm going to do once this is set up, is to detonate 1 tile deeper and maybe build levees here to channel the water. Hey, buddy. If only I had a lavalier mic on him, because he is cooing. He loves when I do this. Checking on the needs of everybody. Obviously, rooftop terrace... Where is the rooftop terrace? Here it is. I'm going to bomb that now. I don't really need that. You voted for me not to supply fertility to them, so I'm not even going to bother. Alright, so now my builders, having no more planks to build with, are spending some time ripping up the trees I didn't want so I could place maples down instead. So, maple or bust. And it looks to me like this area is devoid of all trees. So, or at least harvestable ones. Oh, we're getting all those TNTs built. But there's some trees back here, so I'll re-employ them over here, and let's cycle the hauling post to employ them properly. Here it is. The holding tank is done. Now we just need some of the finishing touches, like detonating the rest of these explosives to maximize depth, and then fixing these triple floodgate areas, and then the ladder system. Ooh, puppy treats. There you go. So I needed... Okay, I already have the metal blocks I needed. So let's pause that, unpause the lumber mills. And I'm still providing 100 more horsepower than I need, so I'll pause some additional workplaces. There we go. So we have our lumber mills making planks again. And any minute now, we'll have the printing press complete so that the second engine can do the work and not power wheels. Leveling up that artificial river does mean you're losing farming space. So that's true. Yeah, it would be better if I just detonated it out and used natural tiles only. And I agree with that. I would just need to make it... I would need to make it as deep as the lowest level of the river. So if we want the river to eventually flow out here, let's say, or to the edge here, I would want to detonate a path at this depth, which I could do. I'm going to actually poll you about that. How's that sound? How should I make my canals? Using explosives only for maximum irrigation, which takes longer, or using built levees? How's that? You decide. Oh, that vote timer is all wrong. Where's it supposed to be? Sorry, it's jumping around. Clearly I have the wrong overlay. What overlay is this supposed to be? What did I do in the first series? Hang on a second. Doing some research for myself. Guess I was ill-prepared. Whatever. As long as you could read it. I guess that's all that matters. No. Sorry, it's jumping around. I'm trying to figure out what I was doing before, where the timer wasn't totally obscuring the view here. I have no idea. I honestly have no idea. I'm just not going to worry about that. So let's forget about the timer. And I'll just time it in my head. How's it sound? I had it working last time, and I must have fussed with something. Hey, Kadath, thanks for the resub. 25 months. Has it really been that long? That sounds absurd to me. But I suppose it's true, right? And you missed some months. I won't tell anyone if you don't. It'll be our little secret. Our dirty little secret. Alright, so the printing press has all the materials delivered. It should be built any second now. Oh no, it's missing planks. Never mind. I lied. So this printing press, I have it the highest possible priority, so it will get those planks soon. Oh, one thing I failed to think about is, can we place diagonally? I think we can. We'll see. If we can't, I have to obviously engineer a solution. 5 days left. Just shy of 5 days left. We're down to the lowest level of water here. So it would be good to get this constructed in case I do need to tap into this water. Okay, they're placing it diagonally from up here, which is, works for me. And one could make the argument that I maximize the amount of water I have by building back that way, so I'm going to do that. I might as well max it out. Max it out to Actually, it has to. I have to have a path here. So max it out to here. So consider that done. Some of these trees are coming back. Oops. All right, every beaver is now employed. A happy beaver is a working beaver, a busy beaver. And, actually don't need this, really at all. It's too bad I can't put explosives here to sort of, well, you know what I could do? Once I have this ramp, I could box it out this way. Like that. Well, honestly, like that. To increase the... I'll do that. Increase the total area. And then start detonating part of these mountains. Alright, so 4 days left. We're a little thirsty, because we only have one water pump going, but our water level in the rest of the base is still over half the river full of water, so that's not much of a problem. Why do I need the floodplains? Don't beavers know about irrigation? Yeah, they know about irrigation, which is exactly why I need the floodplains. Alright, so 6 planks left for the printing press, and then we'll be able to transfer power through the engine, through the printing press, because everything's interconnected, as you can see. My bread is still really good. Wow, I really don't need a grist mill and bakery on for most of the year. Yeah, that pump would be really nice to have, otherwise I'd dry out my wheat fields. So the thing is, I'll still have water in this river, which keeps most of this wheat field irrigated, or moist, or whatever you want to call it. So even if I totally dry this out, which is likely to happen sometime today, there's still water going to be available for the vast majority of my farming. But for future droughts, obviously, yes, I could not agree with you anymore. That would be the way to go. I might redesign, once I have the resources, the way that this is laddered up. Or if I really want to waste a lot of resources, just do like triple platforms like this to get across. So the triple platforms are costly, but kind of effective. Okay, so the printing press is done. Which means that this engine can supply power again, but we actually don't really need it to do that. No, I actually do need a paper mill, so let's get that other engine up and running. But I think right at this moment, I need to shuffle some beavers around, employment-wise. Where are they all working? Oh, I guess I have a bit of a pop loss. Yeah, I guess a whole bunch of them just aged out, which is the bottleneck that I have right now. Alright, I have a lot of growed potatoes, I'll pause that. I don't have a lot to build, so I'm going to remove 2 builders. Ahem, remove 2 builders. And I could always pull from researchers. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get my researchers up to the research needed for the tribute to ingenuity, and then I could basically destroy all of this unless you guys really want me to do the entire tech tree, which is honestly not that necessary, but I'll leave it up to you. And speaking of leaving it up to you, you guys want me to use explosives only for the irrigation, so I will do that. The way I'm going to do it is I'm going to build an artificial river here. I'm going to have it exit out. I'm going to have it exit out in this spot here, where I go out to the edge and build a floodgate. So my artificial river will look like that. And that should... it can irrigate, what, 15 tiles? So is this enough? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, that'll be enough. So then this entire river has to be at the level of this so the water doesn't overflow. And yeah, that will be my irrigation that you all voted on. And that way I have the northeast section of the map, permanently irrigated. And then here, I'll have a floodgate to control the water from being able to flow out. So I can keep water in it if I want. Or I could let it drain if I want, which I'm not sure why I would want that, but I could do it. Yep, alright, so... At this point, let's make it a high priority now that I have the planks being built to get a deep water pump up here, and then I'm going to want some water storage. So I think what I'm going to do is, although I've been avoiding the large water storage tanks, I don't have the gears for it anyway. So I'm going to unpause the gear workshop. And this is totally drained. But as you can see, because of the water proximity, this is still being irrigated. So let's start pumping from the bottom, because I can afford to lose this water first. And make sure that someone... Yeah, okay. EJ works in there, because everybody's getting dehydrated, and I don't want them to die off. EJ, come on. Work, dude. There we go. And I'm going to say prioritize by haulers, so that we set the water up where it needs to be. I've probably been without water for a bit, and I just didn't notice because I was busy. How do I get metal? You have scavenger flags, like this, to within the proximity of the metal ruins. Beavers will then break down these ruins, taking the scrap metal, and then you process it through a shredder. So there's a finite amount of metal on the map, given that there's no concept of trading or anything like that. In this game, you don't have traders that come by or whatever, so. Alright, looks like everybody is now hydrated. Yep, thirst has been met by everybody, so that's good. I see my pop going down to 28. It's because, here, let me put myself on. It's because this is the growth curve from when I had the great die-off. If you remember last stream, in the middle of last stream, I had a huge, big pop die-off. This is the elders of that growth boom aging out. It's not that they're dying or whatever. I mean, it's that they're old age, and not that like I've killed them or they've died of dehydration. As you can see, one died of thirst. Yawan here on the bottom left died of thirst, but everybody else died of old age. Pina, Jalai, Bunji, they all died of old age because they were all born at the same time. But then I noticed the thirst problem and promptly fixed it like you should. So we only have 2 days left of this. This river is still at 40%. And then this river is at 46%. We do have a pump up here already. I'm currently making the gears so that I can have the only large water tank I'm going to use in this series will be stored. I'll have water stored, like, on stilts here. So let me set those stilts up. That would be... like this. This is going to be a little expensive, but I'm sure it will be done before... well, I shouldn't say that. It'll probably be done before next drought. So then I'll have... probably multiple deep water pumps, probably 3 of them lead to a large water tank. And then we take that water from the large water tank and we distribute it among smaller water tanks with our haulers so that people don't have to walk very far to get watered. Oh, yeah, store the water above the water. That's probably a smarter idea. So this becomes arable land. Alright, that means triples. Basically, this whole thing is going to end up like triples. So let me pause just for a second to make sure I don't screw this up. Large water tank. Deep water pump, deep water pump. Yep, that's pretty much exactly how I wanted it. So, ta-da! That's the way of the future. Yes, that is me channeling my inner aviator. But don't worry, I'm not going to drink my own. You know what? Boom! That's so satisfying. Alright, so this is the last TNT for now that I need to detonate in here. And then if I want to continually excavate this later on, I can if I want to maximize stuff. Let's get someone working. Okay, you're all fired. And no one works there either. I'm going to stop research for now. Put people into employment positions that I care about. There we go. These blocks, I'll build those once this is done. But even without those built, this still holds 5 levels of water. So 6 levels of water is awesome, but 5 is fine. Alright, I have an unemployed person in my district. Oh, there we go. Nope, I don't know where they got employed. I'm trying to get a water hauler here, but no one wants to work up there. Because no matter how many people I fire, they find work elsewhere. So I'll just keep firing them until someone works up there. You will abide. All my builders are now fired. There we go. Now someone's works up there. That took a lot of effort. I'm gonna fire some of the log, the lumberjacks, so that I can get people working as builders again. But I definitely have a bit of a pop drop, without a doubt. But now we're starting to pump water up here. Obviously, there's not a lot of... Oh, I don't need scrap metal right now. But yeah, we only have half a day left of this drought, so... Oh, you know what? I actually don't want to dynamite there. I take that back. I'm going to ladder it so that I can get down to the lowest level if I need to. And that way I can hypothetically actually grow blueberries in here if I wanted to. And harvest them if I was super needy. So without water storage here, this water pump sucks for efficiency. So the next project is to build a water tank next to it. But obviously the water tank is going to take a while because the water tanks take 20 gears and I only have 9 of them. We're making gears at, I wouldn't say maximum efficiency. Why the heck not? Don't I have a lot of oh, why do I need 600? Oh, the printing press is running. I'm an idiot. Holy moly. I didn't even realize I was running the printing press. So, because I'm running the printing press, I've been competing with Explode. Okay, yeah, well, I'm glad I noticed that and paused it. That explains a lot. Alright, so now the efficiency of the gear workshop will go up because there's more power to meet demand. So the bottom river is now dry. Let's start pumping from the middle river, but the drought is essentially over. It's 0.1 days. As you can see, we cut it close, but we still have a decent amount of water up here. So it wasn't dire. It was just close-ish. And I'm going to pause the engines and pause the hamster wheel, the beaver wheel, and open up the floodgates to 0.5. This one's going to be at 0 until I start to get really water flowing. Let's go ahead and unpause all of the deep water tanks, except for this one. And where are people working still? I'm going to pause my builder hut, because I want water haulers, or water pumpers. Replenish their supply of water, because the next drought could be in like 4 days. I really don't know. But with the few books that I made, you know what's weird? I have books here. As you can see, I have 6 books, but like nobody's knowledge is been met. On the hardest difficulty, the amount of books that you need to like meet the knowledge demands is a little silly, if you ask me. There we go. So now we have plenty of horsepower to run this stuff. I'm going to wait until the water level's a little bit higher, a little bit more flow, because I'm raising it up to 0.5. I'll do it at night, maybe. It's causing a bit of a problem. And then once we have a good flow... Yeah, okay, so it's nighttime hours. Let's raise this up to 0.5. Making sure the water wheels still spin. There we go. Nope. Come on. There we go. So now that they're spinning, I can start filling up my tank here. This giant, voluminous amount. So you can see these beavers are just building from the bottom. I love it. They don't care. They're aquatic. I would say I probably have the horsepower to... Yeah, I do have just enough horsepower to get the shredder back online. Just barely. And... let's get someone working in there. Wow. Yeah, we did have a big pop loss of a ton born old age. I may want to breeding pod some additional, just to replenish. But that will cause, if I have too many breeding pods, that will cause the same sort of, like, pop curve, like, you know, baby boomer, let's call it pop curve. So I want to be a little judicious about the amount I add. Ashbourne, thanks for the bits. Yeah, the water slide. I'm definitely getting ready for a big water slide. I don't know where to put these breeding pods, though. Do I have other industrial log piles? Don't I have one embedded down here? Let me slice levels here so I can see underneath. No, I guess this is my only industrial log pile? For real? Alright, I guess so. Game says so. Alright, we're starting to get the platforms up for the water tank. Shouldn't that be higher? Oh yeah, it is higher priority. I guess I'll just stick these pods. I don't know. I'll just stick them here. 3 more pods should replenish our pop. Oh, the uptime, I don't really have Oh, I don't have any of those commands updated. But the uptime is because I don't know how long it's going to take me to finish this. So I'm just going to play until I have until either 8 p.m. or I have everything done. So let me update that. I obviously ill-prepared for this, so 1 second. I'll get that for you. Alright, so the uptime has been updated. When do you guys think my next drought's going to be? Or rather, how long is it going to be? That's the real curious thing, is the how long. It's going to be a 15-day, 18-day. What do y'all think? I'm hoping it's not too long, but I do think that we now have the capacity to deal with considerably longer droughts with the giant tank full of water. So I'm not sweating it too much, but yeah, it's possible that it's going to be brutal. All right, so I've updated all of my commands now, so they properly reflect the game that I'm playing. I was a dummy. Still no one working in the shredder. Man, I really do have a big pop loss. But we can start firing some of the water pumpers because the my water supplies are nearing full. Okay, looking good. So here's the platform, just about done for the large water tank. And then for the large water tank, all that we need left is the 7 more gears, and we'll be good. Still working on all the explosives. Obviously, I'm going to need probably eyeballing it like 50 more explosives or so for the reservoir. But here, this is actually acting as like an emergency spillway, which is kind of nice. That it's not done. Oh, here we go. Drought incoming already. I'm wondering if I should go to the effort to try to fix this sooner than later. I suppose it could be a good idea, so. I'll try. Well, hydrate. Hey, Glitch. Coffee from you to me. Ah, gross. I got all the film. Blah. Nasty. Would a bridge be more efficient to go across there? No, actually bridges are a little weird. Bridges are a little weird because what ends up happening with these suspension bridges, and I'll just unlock one, is so I'll try to demonstrate. If I tried to build a suspension bridge here, see how it doesn't connect to this path? This path doesn't connect. Yeah, suspension bridges are like odd like that. So I could suspend bridge here if you want. And I'm going to do it just as a demonstration, but to build a proper suspension bridge in this location, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4. I would need to do this. I would still need one platform and then a bridge. And this bridge requires metal blocks. So they're more expensive and fussier to use. I could build 2 bridges at 2 gap from the other side, or I guess 1 gap. But no, I'll build the bridge that you wanted just to demo it. But as you can see, they sort of suck for efficiency. The way to make that look a little nicer would be maybe I'll actually work to make it look nicer after I built that platform there. Of course. So to build it to make it look nicer, I will wrap stairs around here. And then I can embed the bridge there. But then I'll need a 5 bridge, and here all my science points are going to suspension bridges. But hey, you asked, and I figured if this is a bit of a tutorial series, I might as well have some of that going on. But we're definitely not going to be able to do it before next drought. But that's fine. As long as we have this large water tank by next drought, we shouldn't have much of an issue. I haven't even built the breeding pods yet. Put them as a higher priority. It's a shame that bridges cost metal, so they only start to cost metal when they're 4 and up, 3 and up. Well, 4 and up. So they don't always cost metal, just the bigger ones. They do look nice though, so I agree. For aesthetic purposes, I'll include them. Actually, I'm going to start this even further back. I'll start the ladder up here. Too bad there's no, like, powered elevators. That'd be really cool. Beaver elevator. There. That actually looks cleaner to me anyway, right? But this here is going to be a lower priority. I don't really need that right now. I just need this large water tank. So our bottleneck is a few gears. We only need 4 more gears, but we should be able to get that before it's necessary. And then, unlike last drought, we'll be ready. So let's do a quick prediction. So how long will the drought last? 15 plus days or less than 15, I think is the question I'll pose to you all. The last one was 13 for a point of reference. I don't know if they're going to get longer or not, but I'll have you vote on it anyway. All right, 2 more gears. And I'll leave 0.8 days to fill up the river. I won't leave it to too much chance. One more gear. That's all we need. All right, let's make sure to top up this water supply here. And then I'm going to do this a little early. Just because we didn't entirely fill up what we could have last time. Although, if I could get... I guess it's a little late to water pump there, so never mind. It would have been good to have this small water tank full, but actually I'm just going to nuke it now. And turn that into maple. Alright, so the bottom's obviously full. Sky Collective, hey! Thank you for the lurk. And thank you for the resub. Alright, let's fill up our main river. This is going to massively disrupt everything that we're trying to do, and I'll turn on the engines. Another reason to have the work facilities elevated above river level is when you do have river flooding, if you're using designs like mine, it's okay, because it's slightly elevated. Oh, and there's the water tank. So, I am going to try to force someone into that work position. God, where is everyone working? I just don't have a lot of adults. All right, so that's flooded. Let's raise this up. And inevitably people will work up here because pretty much all other work facilities have been flooded. Oh, look at my explosives. The builder's hut is fully staffed. Yeah, I want this builder's hut staffed. Alright, so we have our mass supply of water, and I'm going to prioritize the large water tank and the deep water pump as high priority for people, our haulers and whatnot. And we'll work on another deep water pump. So 2 deep water pumps for 1 water tank is probably a really good ratio. All right, so now we're overflowing everywhere. It's too bad that I don't have a way to divert this water away, but whatever. Everybody's resting anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, drought has started, and unlike last time, things actually dried up properly, which is nice, because it didn't work last time. And now I'm going to draw from... Actually, I'm going to draw from this water supply first, because this water supply is less efficient, because it has more surface area to volume ratio, and this water supply is less susceptible to evaporation due to its depth. Its ratio is better. All right, I don't think I'm going to need the gear factory right now, so I'm going to keep that paused. I do have 90 paper built up, so I'm going to keep the paper paused. And that leaves everything to be 100% efficient. Actually, I will continue gearing. Building up a supply of gears might be nice. Alright, here is a bomb. Boom. Wonderful. We have a lot more explosives to place. Yeah, 50 or so probably is the right number. Let's start to get the lumberjacks over here working again. And Nacko Ball. Thanks for the resub. Okay, looking good. So here are the spots that I can't grow trees, so I'll just cancel until we have the irrigation done. Is no one working? Oh, come on, guys. How many people do I have to fire for there to be a water hauler? There we go. Given my current population, I'm actually going to remove one of the farmhouse jobs too. And then taking a look at my current potato amount, I'm going to employ a potato griller. My population is definitely lower than I want it to be, but we should be fine. Some are starting to grow up, and we do have 6 pods, so... I do have all these explosives down here too, yeah. Just not... I wanted to blow them all up at the same time, so I'll prioritize the remaining 3. And the prediction was greater, yeah, so let me solve that. Thank you, Glitch. Choose outcome. It was longer than 15 days. So congrats to 58% of you. So I'm very happy to have this project done, because we probably would have ran out of water otherwise. I did top this one up fully, so maybe not run out of water, but it would have been cutting it close. It would have been cutting it close. Okay, that should be paused. Actually, I'll make it carrots. Yeah, I'll make it carrots. Old Geezer, thanks for the resub as well. And give puppies treats? Don't mind if I do. He's so tiny in the background. I paused the explosive factory. That doesn't sound right. Oh, no, just no one's working in there. The pause is for the farmhouse. Thank you for watching Timberborn, which originally streamed live on Twitch October 25th. The series has since ended, but if you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to chat with me in real time, the description of this video or Rhadamant.com have a link to Discord. It's just discord.gg/Rhadamant. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com also has my countdown timers and schedule. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons and Twitch subscribers for supporting the channel. I will catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, Beavers.